The next one up, we have Aaro Immonen. Aaro is a 21-year-old Finnish sailor who has already made name for himself in ocean racing. He has probably raced anything he could race, from classic international 6 meters to open 60s. But also Aaro participated in 2023 Ocean Globe Race as a part of the crew in Spirit of Helsinki Swan 651, or how do you ever say 651? And that was his first sprint around the globe, but for sure it's not the last, right?
Yes, exactly.
Good luck.
Thank you, Sampa. So, start the clock. Okay, so I'm here to talk to you today about ocean racing and why should the next generation care about it. So as Sampa said, I'm Aaro Immonen, but I'm actually a 23-year-old sailor and a classic yacht enthusiast. Thank you. So, the first time when I was on a boat, I was 9 months old at the time, and that was my grandfather's motorboat. But I actually started sailing rather old when I was 11 with the Optimist. And quite quickly after that, sailing became sort of like a lifestyle for me. And the training group that we had formed a really tight friend group, and we're still hanging out with those same friends. From Optis, I moved to Europe class, and in Europe class we had like dreams of our Olympic path, and we were kind of like thinking what should be the class for me, where should we continue. But after all, I didn't continue into Olympic classes, and I ended up to sail bigger boats, which is a benefit of sailing, that you just don't have only the Olympic path, but you have also the benefit of going to the bigger boats. So I remember this one delivery on board Tokyo 2, an old Whitbread 60 yacht, back in 2019, when I heard about the upcoming Ocean Globe Race happening in 2023. And then I decided right away that this is something that I have to do. And I had a wonderful chance to join Spirit of Helsinki's crew after a series of events. And then we started the race in 2023, in 10th of September. So the first leg for us was really just learning how to sail the boat, learning about team dynamics and how just get to know each other, because we didn't have time to really train before the actual race. And after the first leg, our management changed. So Ian Herbert-Jones became the first mate, and I had the chance to stood up and become a second mate, so-called sailing master, and I was in charge basically everything happening above the deck. And I really enjoyed that responsibility that I had given, and seeing just when you can have 11 to 14 people working together smoothly, so the maneuvers go like, because many of you know that sailing S1651 requires a group of people that just works together. It's not a single-handed boat. So after the OGR, actually we did quite well. We ended up second in IRC overall. But I heard that Ruissalon Telakka Åbo Boat Bar had bought a new 6-meter called Lillevi, built in 1938, back to its original place where it was built. And we had the great opportunity to start sailing with the boat, and we learned many new things about it and formed a really tight group of 5 people. And we're still going to race with that boat during the upcoming seasons. But after the 6-meter season last year ended, I started to think, what should I do next? And by an accident, I opened my diary and started to read about the past OGR. And then I realized how much I was missing all those moments being at the ocean, and especially Southern Ocean. People who have been there know exactly what I'm talking about. it's just 2 months of pure joy when you have like 90% of the time broad reach or downwind, or it's just sailor's paradise. But also all those great moments with your crewmates and the beautiful views. So then I started to think about like, what should I do? And I decided that this is it. And especially people say that sailing around the world is like the Mount Everest of sailing. And when George Mallory was asked, why should the man climb Mount Everest back in 1923, he just simply said that because it's there. I think that the same applies kind of like in ocean racing. Why should a man or a woman race around the planet, especially because you just can't do it? And in the next slide, which comes right over there. So I like the view. Like, I haven't been in the moon, but luckily someone has. And when you look the planet Earth from the moon, it's kind of like mind-blowing that you can race around that planet. And so then I made the decision that I have to do it again, and I just couldn't find any reason why should I not. So that's how Momentum Future on Board project was born. So in a nutshell, in this next project, we are aiming to be the youngest crew ever to win an around the world race with an all under 30 crew and restore Spirit of Helsinki back to its original Fatser Finland era race condition. And in the next slide, you will see our social media channels and our website, and there will be some more news coming on the 1st of April, next Tuesday, when we are going to launch the project. Thank you.
Good luck with your project. Fantastic, well done.